Okay, here is my audience.
Hi.
Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Exams, LinkedIn, student loans, scheduling classes, finding a job, building a resume. A lot of these words are trigger words for college students, and for good reason. The National Sleep Foundation conducted a survey in 2006 that reported that college students get less sleep and lower quality sleep than any other demographic. Less than 30% of college students get 8 or more hours of sleep per night, and the most common reason was stress. College is an extremely stressful time in a person's life, and dealing with these stressful symptoms can get in the way of dealing with the stressors themselves. CBD is a natural way to manage the symptoms of stress so that you can face your stressors head on. Symptoms of stress and anxiety can cause a downward spiral. If you are too stressed to perform a task, then you will get even more stress that is undone, and all that stress and all the chemicals in your brain just pile up and lead you to become overwhelmed and have health issues. If you learn how to manage the symptoms of stress, your mind will have the clarity and strength to be able to handle the stressors themselves. For example, if you get a full night of sleep before an exam or an interview, your mind will be clear and functioning properly going into the exam or interview. If you stay up all night stressed and worried about the interview and what is going to happen, then you will wake up groggy and unclear in your brain so that you cannot perform well during your task. I will be discussing a new way to manage your stress that is safe, accessible, and doesn't require a doctor's prescription. College students are very stressed because they are dealing with a lot of stressors that they've never faced before, such as social issues, financial burden, academic and professional pressures, and so on. And they are also dealing with these stressors without the help or with a lot less help from their parents than they had before when they were living at home. These issues are naturally cause stress in your brain, and that stress can accumulate and cause mental and physical health issues such as self-esteem issues, eating and exercise habits, inappropriate social behaviors, and poor self-care. A study conducted in 2000 reported that less than 95% of students have low stress. 56% of reporting students said that stress affects their daily life. 56% of students also reported that they have some sort of sleeping disorder caused by school-related issues. Students with high levels of stress in their brains are less likely to take good care of themselves. They sleep less, they have low self-esteem, and they are generally unsatisfied with their lives. Sometimes I will go days without sleeping. I will stay up at night worrying about tasks I have to do in the upcoming days and wondering what my friends are thinking, if my parents are proud of me, and so on. But then the next day or in the following days, I am useless because I am so physically and mentally exhausted. You have to deal with the symptoms of stress, such as insomnia, before you are able to deal with the stressors. CBD enters the body and reacts with the brain to reduce stress, just like pharmaceutical medicine. But unlike pharmaceutical medicine, CBD does not have synthetic chemicals. There are no medical bills. You don't have to take time out of your life for a doctor's appointment, and it's relatively risk-free. CBD comes from hemp plants and is available over the counter, so you know exactly what's going into your body. You don't have to worry about crazy side effects, and there's really no risk of overdosing. There was a study conducted on a 10-year-old girl who had been struggling with insomnia caused by PTSD. After 5 months of regular CBD oil, she was sleeping through the night and behaving more appropriately in social situations than she had after 5 months of taking pharmaceutical insomnia medication. If CBD can help a diagnosed mental issue, then it can definitely help reduce the everyday stress that college students face. CBD interacts with the endocannabinoid system in the brain, which regulates stress. CBD blocks the stress enzymes that destroy our relaxing, happy chemicals in our brain. These relaxing chemicals will linger longer in the brain, letting us stay calm and not be overwhelmed by stressors. It is a fact of chemistry that CBD will reduce stress in your brain and in your body. Some people might not want to try CBD because it comes from a cannabis plant, which is often associated with marijuana and getting high. However, unlike marijuana, CBD is not psychoactive and will not get you high. It does not cause the same side effects as weed. It is separated from the THC. Another reason people are hesitant to try CBD is because there are no conclusive studies that say CBD is an anxiety or insomnia medication. However, there are plenty of studies showing that CBD has potential to be a medication for anxiety and insomnia. These studies also show that CBD is risk-free and will not cause any extra harm to the body that pharmaceuticals might cause. So there's no reason really to not try it. Everyone has stress in college, and you must deal with the symptoms head on to stay ahead of it. Getting overwhelmed by lack of sleep and an inability to focus can get you to fall behind. Staying on top of these issues will give you the mental power to get